Have you ever been somebody who struggles with depression? Me too. I struggled with depression for most of my life. It was a very huge part of my life for a very long time. And one of the hardest parts for me was the cycling in and out of depression, in and out of these states. And after a while, when you're depressed, you find a light. You find the light that says, I'm going to get out of this. This is not going to be forever. And after a while, though, that got really hard to do because the thought that kept running through my mind is that this is going to stay with me for the rest of my life. Yes, I might get better, but then it's going to come back and it's going to keep coming back. And I made it into this giant monster that would be attached to me for the rest of my life. And it was overwhelming and crushing and really hard to get through those moments. And I'm here to tell you, though, that that is not true. Depression does not have to stay with you for the rest of your life. We are told that you have depression, right? And that thought gets into our brain. There's something wrong with us. There's something that's going to be with us forever. And it's simply not true. It is, in fact, your thoughts that make depression bigger than what it is. Because let's look at what depression is in reality. It is a lack of a certain chemical that makes you feel low for a few days. It makes you feel tired. Sometimes it makes you feel sad. But it's not the end of the world. What makes it the end of the world is all of the crushing thoughts that come up, all of the negative thoughts. And every negative thought you're having when you're depressed is not true at all. You might find some truth in it, but it's not. It's not true. And the way forward is to really think about this as reality. What's happening in reality? Okay, I feel low. I feel down. How is that different from being laid up with a cold or an injury for a few days and recuperating? It's not. And that's what depression can be. That's what it is for me now, is that yes, for a couple days, I feel low and I just take those days and I rest as if I had a cold. I lay in bed, I watch TV, I pig out on snacks, and I love myself. And all of those crushing negative thoughts are not there anymore. It's not something that I struggle with. It's not something that I say, hey, this is a terrible thing that I have to get through, right? So the way forward through that is to really start paying attention to your thoughts when you're not depressed and realize how many crushing negative thoughts you tell yourself in a day, in a week, because that is what's fueling the depression later. You have all of these negative thoughts. You're not dealing with them. You're not noticing them. They're just running in the back of your mind. And when you're depressed, your defenses are down and all of those thoughts just come flooding in and they're hurtful and there's nothing you can do to stop them when you're feeling so low. They feel true. They feel like reality, but they are not. And so when you start paying attention to your thoughts, when you start meditating, when you start changing those thoughts into positive thoughts about yourself, that makes it so much easier the next time you're deprived of those chemicals to actually be able to not have those thoughts in the first place. You have nothing to defend yourself against. And so you can take a couple days to just rest and relax and recuperate and release everything. Because really that's what it is with depression, is that you are just completely overwhelmed with all of the stuff that you've been carrying and holding on to. And if you can recognize that stuff when you're not depressed, it's going to really help you in the future.